Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
What's going on, people? This is Inflewence, and I'm here talking about Sniper Wolf. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. I'm here to talk about X-Transbots and the go that I've been having with them and a lot of the community. First of all, I want to say I'm not here to bash X-Transbots. I'm not here to try to destroy their business. I'm not here. I just want them to be better because I like this company. This is one of the few companies making figures that we need, characters that a lot of people need, I should say. Everybody doesn't collect all the characters, but they're one of the few companies that are taking shots on characters that are outside of the box, not your norm G1 season 1, 2 characters. Like they're actually doing stuff. And you know, it's only a few companies I can think of that are out there, period. Like for MP, let's not get off track. I can do that easily, and y'all know, anybody that's been here for a while. And that comes to my first advertisement. Please subscribe and share. I got memberships in the bottom, somewhere around there it says join. I'm not here to bash X-Transbots, but I'm just here to have a conversation, have a discussion. I want you guys to leave me comments too, so let me know, you know, what you're feeling like. I know some of you guys, I already know how you're feeling. I'm looking at you, DR. When I see some of these figures that are coming out, I wonder if, like the last figure, I know I've only gotten a few of their last figures, but I'm gonna be keeping an eye out. I'm probably get their other figures just to review. But I said in the last review of Punch Counter Punch that I was done with them for now until I see reviews. Like, it's a shame, I'm a reviewer and I'm like, I'm not buying them until I see reviews. Like I said, I will probably buy them just to review them. However, as far as adding them to my collection, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Maybe sell them, maybe give some away. I have no idea. They're still getting the money. But one thought that entered my mind, there's not enough sampling size for me to have a full hypothesis, but my theory, less known characters, so we're putting less into it because we might not get back as much. And also, they're the only ones out, so people are going to buy them anyway. Like, sometimes I think that's how they look at this, and I'm hoping not. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but that's just me. That's just how I feel. Thinking about the characters they're making characters that aren't safe. Like, they can't be turning a crazy profit with these characters. They know there's no other representation of them, so they're like, oh, well, let's just get this together, because a lot of their recent, I mean, they've always had issues, but just the build quality, it seems to be getting worse to me. And I'm not, or in the engineering, like, I'm not sure what's happening. I know they recently re-released, because I bought it, the Inferno mold. That mold is a great mold. I was just in my comments defending X-Transbots, and I named a bunch of good molds that they had. Inferno, that mold, which they beat to death, but I don't blame them. It's a great mold. And for anybody that don't have, I didn't have an Inferno. I didn't get the masterpiece version. Only had grapple. So, but if I didn't have grapple, I probably would have got that grapple, and I may still get that grapple because I like it that much, and I like it that much better than the masterpiece. I named Sea Spray, even though it's dated, it was a good figure. I believe I still have it. So you see how that is. It's in like my secondary display. I'm actually looking at my secondary display now because I'm trying to figure out. It's a shame that you can't, but that's I think I'm proving my point. Like, it's hard to name a lot. The Protector bots I like. There were some questionable things, but I think they were very solid figures. Even Perceptor was okay. I had problems with it, and it had some issues, some QC issues, but it wasn't actually the build quality. It was like how it was put. Well, I guess that is build quality. I don't know what I'm saying. Like the materials and just the way it looked, it was great looking, but it wasn't. It had some questionable materials as far as like tabs and stuff, which broke off on mine, which was one of the reasons I gave it away. The Stunticons, I think, were great, even though they had the debacle at the end and the trailer isn't as put together and solid as I would like. I think their figures were good figures. They were great figures. They had some questionable things again, which I think they always do with their figures, and that's one of the bigger issues. But it wasn't terrible, and I still have them figures, and I still like them. Like, I still think they were good robots. However, like some of the newer stuff, I just can't get with. And like I said, with Punch Counter Punch, it just didn't feel built well. It didn't feel designed well. I can't put my finger on it. Like, it looked cheap. It felt cheap, but the materials weren't terrible. Like, it wasn't bad materials. It was just the way it was put together. Like, it didn't peg together solid. Some parts were too hard. Like, some of the pin choices, it was loose. It just wasn't built well, and it seemed rushed. And to my point in the beginning, I wonder if they're just rushing these characters out. I'm hoping Runabout and Run Amok isn't terrible. I am getting them, and I do want them in my collection. Nobody else is offering them except for Hasbro. That's Chug. No MPs are offering them. So I'm gonna get them and see what happens. But again, if those aren't good figures, it's a loss. Like, it's a loss. And then my little theory will be backed up a little bit better. Again, I don't have anything against Keith. I don't have anything against their figures. Like, I mean, I have some KFC figures too that I think are good, which are basically the same company. Blaster was fine. I like that Blaster, and it was real world. Again, I don't know. It's just too many people are having too many issues with them. And I do know there's a segment of people that just hate them. They're going to hate them. Just like there's a segment of people that hate Fans Toys that's going to hate Fans Toys just because. It is just what it is. And yeah, with stuff getting higher in prices, I know Fans Toys is more the discussion when we're talking about prices. And I actually got a video coming about Fans Toys as well, and their prices and the stuff that's happening with the Aerobots and the last Stunticon. But that's another video that's in the mixer. But like I was saying, with prices going up all around the board, because they are going up all around the board. It's not just Fans Toys. I think they just rub people the wrong way. But I just can't support a product that's not great. Like I look at mod fans, and they have a new product. I'm assuming they're a new company. I don't know. They may have designers and stuff from other companies, but their roller was great. Like, it was built well. It had a few issues, but that's to be expected. It was very solid looking. Those figures are solid. Fans Toys, of course, have a solid figure. There's so many. There's a lot more though. I wish DX9 was still around. They had a solid figure. I don't know what happened with them. However, I always liked their figures, and I always thought they were a great company, and they just had a little bit more to get over the hump. I'm just not sure how they went out of business and X-Transbots stayed. Now, again, I'm not here to say anybody should be out of business. I don't want nobody to lose their livelihood, for one. For two, I do love that they are making these figures that we aren't getting. I love that they're going out on a limb, like the Omnibots and all of that. I just want the figures, if you're going to make them good. And maybe they're at their peak. Like, maybe this is what they can do. And I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. Again, I don't want them to go out of business because they're one of the few MPs, and the writing's on the wall. Like, MP is in the back burner, really. Like, it's all legends these days. And this was saying, I wish X-Transbots the best. This is like tough love, because I keep saying it, but I do like the company. I like their figures. I like the good ones, and I think they can make a good product because they showed that they can. All right, so I thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I know sometimes I can ramble on. Anybody that's new, they welcome, because this is what I do. I don't script anything. I can ramble on a million different subjects. My brain works different. I can say that my brain works different. So I don't even know if it's ADHD or what, but I just have thoughts in my brain, and sometimes I don't finish them, and I see later when I'm editing. So I hope that didn't happen in this video. However, if you are new here, think about subscribing. I will never tell you to just subscribe, just like, please. Like, if you don't like it, dislike it. Can you dislike anymore? I don't even know anymore. There's so many changes, but I understand if this ain't your cup of tea. However, if it is, please think about sharing, think about liking it. I'm a slow grower, but my channel is growing slowly, and it's not growing as fast as I would like. I don't get as many views as I would like, and I know why. It's just what I do. Like, I'm all over the place with stuff. So, but count on Transformers being here for the long haul, regardless of whatever I do. All right, so thanks again, and I will get up with you in another one.
You know, life ain't over, life ain't over, life ain't over. As long as you're alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.